There's been some decent signs of stabilization overall in Texas and also Arizona. Does it feel that way in Dallas right now?
No, we're about to enter in. I've been on the show now several times, and I've said for the last month or so that August 1st was going to be the real when the bell is going to start ringing on everyone. And there's an old saying in business that started back in the kind of the RTC days of the dead cat bounce. And what happened in the restaurant business and the hospitality business was after we closed out in March, we started to get our business back. In early June, we were back up to about 90% of our pre-pandemic sales. So that was good. We had used that PPP money to bring back thousands of employees throughout the industry. And now business has started to backslide again. We're back down to 50 to 60% of our sales. And so what's going to happen on August 1st, in just a week, is I'm calling it the four legs of the stool is one, PPP money has run out for everyone. Two, our costs have risen substantially. Things like avocados, which we used to make guacamole, have gone from $30 a case to $80 a case, but back to $40 a case, bouncing all over the place. Brisket prices have quadrupled in the last month because production has been shut down. Landlords who were very accommodating, and I'm a landlord as well, and showed grace back in April and May and had deferred rents into 2021. Now we can't be as graceful as we were because we've got expenses to pay. Vendors are a lot of lenders in the CNBS market who showed a little flexibility are not flexible at all right now. I'd be worried about the CNBS market. And also government regulation is bouncing all over the place. So we're very concerned. The government went from up to 75% occupancy back to 50. We have people in parking lots eating, and now it's just very difficult right now to make it go. And August 1st, when the next set of rents are due and PPP money has gone away, I think the Wall Street Journal reported last week 15,000 restaurants have already closed during this pandemic, and I see that being even worse in the next 40 to 60 days.
Yeah. Ray, the stock market at least has been riding this narrative that we can have surgical lockdowns in, I guess they call them embers now, areas of the country where caseloads rise. But we can do it without sort of massive national or even statewide lockdowns of all industry, and that's going to be constructive going into the back half. It sounds like either you don't believe that or that your own particular sector in restaurants and real estate is going to be at the center of what does get shut. Well,
hotels are really at the far outside of the fringes and aren't coming back. But in our business, restaurant, we have got to get our sales back up to at least 60 to 70% of pre-pandemic. Our costs are out of control right now. And from a landlord standpoint, I own many shopping centers. When a tenant comes to us and you push the rent back, if someone doesn't pay the rent, I've had people ask me, well, what are you going to do with that space if they go empty even without paying rent? We still have utilities. Vendors are going to be placing liens on property. I just don't believe Wall Street. I just think it's a total false narrative. They're not actually out there operating and seeing what it's like in the trenches of trying to operate in this environment at all. And I think August and September are going to be the real bellwethers to show how bad this whole thing is. And a lot of this has been kicked down. If you look at the CNBS market, in Texas alone, $3 billion last month went into default. 60% of that was retail. It's going to get even worse. And so the CNBS market will post properties for foreclosure. It'll get a 30 to 60 day breath. But again, this fall is when I think it all hits.